Okay, so if you've ever looked at Japanese text and thought, man, this is just an impossible code to crack, believe me, you are not alone. But today, we are going to completely demystify the Japanese writing system. It might look intimidating at first glance, but it is actually beautifully logical and totally within your reach. Here is the roadmap for this explainer. 1. Demystifying Japanese kana. 2. Essential hiragana vocabulary. 3. Katakana and loanwords. And 4. Building sentences with particles. Let's do this. All right, kicking things off with part 1, demystifying Japanese kana. So kana is basically just the umbrella term for 2 sets of 46 phonetic characters. And here's the absolute best part. Unlike English, where a letter like A can make a bunch of totally different sounds depending on the word, Japanese is incredibly consistent. Every single character represents exactly one sound every time. You can genuinely learn these basic characters in just a few hours, and once you know them, boom, you can sound out literally any native Japanese word. Now, those 2 sets, they're called hiragana and katakana. Think of them having a strict division of labor. Hiragana is flowing, it's cursive, and it's mostly used for native Japanese words and grammar. Katakana, on the other hand, is sharp and angular. It's used almost exclusively for foreign words or for adding emphasis. This visual difference is super helpful because it gives your brain an immediate heads up about what kind of word you're looking at. Moving right along to part 2, essential hiragana vocabulary. You know what's a real game changer here? Visual mnemonics. They make these totally new alien shapes stick in your head effortlessly. Take the hiragana character for the sound ah. If you look at it, it actually looks a bit like a person falling backward yelling ah, right? Tying that shape to a funny visual story locks the sound in immediately. And once you've got ah, you can instantly combine it with other characters to make real words like aka for red or ao for blue. Let's actually stack some of those sounds together. The middle column we're looking at shows the romaji, which is really just the Japanese sounds written out using our English alphabet. Check out that first row, su and shi. Sushi. You just read the actual native word for sushi. And right below that, we've got ne and ko for cat and inu for dog. It's basically a puzzle. Identifying the shapes and stacking the sounds gets you reading vital beginner vocabulary instantly. All right, on to part 3, katakana and loanwords. Like we mentioned earlier, katakana acts as a visual cue that a word is imported. Look at the katakana character for ka next to the hiragana ka. They make the exact same sound, sure, but the katakana version, it's rigid. It's got straight lines and one less stroke. That sharp geometric font literally signals to your brain, hey, this word came from outside Japan. And just like with hiragana, mnemonics are absolutely your best friend here. Katakana key literally looks like a physical key. Ma resembles a mop head. Mu looks like a cow's face for moo. And ki, well, it looks like a guy named Kevin tilting his head. I know it sounds a little silly, but these mental hooks hardwire the characters straight into your memory. It really works. The absolute coolest thing about these loanwords is that they sound almost exactly like their English counterparts. Sounding them out is incredibly rewarding. Kame is camera. Tennis is tennis. Kohi is coffee. By mastering katakana, you instantly unlock hundreds of words of Japanese vocabulary that you essentially already know. Which brings us to part 4, building sentences with particles. So what's a particle? Think of particles like wa, a, and o as the grammatical glue of the Japanese language. In English, the order of our words dictates the meaning. But in Japanese, they use these tiny particles. You basically just take a 1 or 2 character particle and stick it right after a word to tell the listener exactly what job that word is doing. For instance, if you want to make a word the main topic of your sentence, you just drop the topic particle wa directly after it. Okay, let's put this into practice. Watashi wa gakusei desu. This is a super common, essential beginner sentence. It might look like a mouthful at first, but guess what? You already have all the tools to decode the whole shebang. Let's break it down piece by piece. Step 1, watashi. That simply means I or me. Step 2, wa. There is our grammatical glue. Putting wa right after watashi basically announces, as for me, I am the topic we're talking about. Step 3, gakusei, which means student. And finally, step 4, des, which acts kind of like am or are and just makes the whole sentence polite. So, watashi wa gakusei desu. I am a student. Look at that, you just completely decoded a core Japanese sentence structure. Now, with this foundation mastered, your language journey is really just kicking off. You've gone from staring at what felt like a secret code to reading real hiragana, mapping katakana to English loanwords, and even using particles to build a real grammatical sentence. You've got the blocks, and you've got the glue. The only question now is, what concept or phrase are you going to build next?